Yeti.
Hi, welcome to Bowiesplaining, also known as the Supreme Resort After Dark. I'm going to have this music going along with our Bowiesplaining music, and it's going to give people a headache. Hi.
Hi.
I'm confused. This is Dan. That's Eric.
Hello.
Jimmy's kind of here, but you don't know Jimmy. He's from another podcast. And Maria's here.
So is Marie.
And she has no idea what's going on.
Nope.
But we're going to explain what's going on. As you know, Bowiesplaining listeners, we are in the middle of... No, wait. We just finished Never Let Me Down, which is a terrible... Actually, it isn't that terrible of an album.
It ended up being not that terrible.
Sounds like a letdown.
Eric, I would imagine that you think Never Let Me Down is the less bad of the two?
I still haven't re-listened to it since then. Okay. I've been listening to a lot of Young Americans lately for some reason.
That's Jimmy. Let me explain what's going on with the other people. Jimmy is a part of a podcast called The Supreme Resort, which Eric and I also do. He is also a part of a podcast called Scraping the Vault, which is sort of on hiatus forever. Marie is here because she's recording a podcast episode for The Supreme Resort with us.
And she doesn't know that this is happening right now.
And she doesn't know that this is happening, except that she's witnessing it happening right now. She is also on a podcast called Spokes. That is for another podcast that Eric is on that you might listen to called The Hub Crawl. Because, you know, Hub, Spokes, you get it. You're all Bowie fans. So, of course, you know all about these references.
All of these Disney references.
These Disney references. Which, by the way, I don't know if Jareth is or is not a Disney character. But I'm already confused enough because here we go. This is an episode, you are about to hear an episode of Scraping the Vault, which is, Eric, you are a fan of that podcast. Can you please explain what happens on that show while I take a break from speaking?
The scraping podcast?
Yes.
What happens on that show is they watch the movies that are available on DVD and streaming, but were never aired in theaters. But we decided to do a dealer's choice. They decided to do a dealer's choice, as they call it. And they did a few extra episodes each year based on whatever the hosts wanted to do. And one time we did Labyrinth, and I joined them on that one as a member of Bowiesplaining, and it was a great episode. And Dan found a new appreciation for Labyrinth.
It's true. So this is kind of a bonus episode.
It's a boner episode.
It's a boner episode.
I'm out.
Marie's out. You will hear another person on the podcast episode whose name is Audrey. That is not Marie. And
no, she's a regular on the Scraping show.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of it. You get the idea. We usually watch straight to video Disney sequels. Jimmy convinces himself that they're good, and I usually don't. And then so that's what's going to happen. You're going to now hear a long clip because I used to like to put really long, seemingly unrelated clips at the beginning of these episodes, which I thought our audience enjoyed, but I don't think they did.
Well, I did, and I was
good.
part of your audience,
okay.
And now it's on my show.
Okay. So now we're going to begin a very special episode of Scraping the Vault, which has already been, you know what? It hasn't been aired before. This is fresh for you.
No,
but there are going to be references to
2024
because it's high concept.
Yeah.
Okay. That's Jimmy. We're going to record an episode of Supreme Resort. I'm doing this non-medicated, by the way, and I'm very proud of myself.
Oh.
Okay. Enjoy the thing. Goodbye. And this ain't rock and roll. This is Bowiesplaining.
We love you.
Okay.
Okay. Hey,
There's
this
our
is
intro.
also After Hours. Marie, welcome. Jimmy, I continually get alerts that participant sorry is having a problem. Participants failed with member guest 403693. Failure reason error.
Yes.
I can. Yes. Okay.
We should probably stop recording.
Marie, this is why we do this.
What is it that we're doing?
This is your son?
Jim.
Jim.
Hello.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
All right.
Yeah. So do you always dress like this?
Well, when I go out, yeah, I most normally dress like
And
this.
how would you describe this here, Jim?
Gothic. I'm into the Gothic scene. And, well, basically it's, the way we dress is based on the vision that the Victorians had in the late 19th century.
The Victorians were dressing like this?
They might not have been dressing like this, but although a few of the eccentric ones may have. But it's basically based on a vision out of literature.
Okay. And so what does this say about you think, or you want it to say? It's an expression of who you are. So what is this saying?
Well, it's basically an expression of my emotions and my inner self. I dress
Does it
like...
say you feel good, or like when I see this, I'm supposed to feel that you feel confident, strong, Victorian?
Well, my mom says it's depressing and weird. But...
You think it's depressing and weird. But it obviously isn't to you.
No, I feel very comfortable dressing like this.
When did this start?
Oh, about 5 years now. First it was punk, the shaved head, and it was always black mostly. But now he's painting the face, and I can't understand that. And the lips.
Yeah. And how old are you?
I'm 19.
19.
Yeah.
Are you in school or out of school?
I'm in school presently.
Present in school. And so in school, can you go to school dressed like this?
I'm sure I could, although I haven't yet. I normally dress like this, but I don't normally put on makeup for school or work.
Okay. And so the makeup represents what?
It basically, how I dress on the outside is an expression of how I feel on the inside, so the makeup really doesn't represent anything. I mean, it's just, I feel like dressing this way.
And as a mom, you're frustrated because you would like him to look another way, obviously.
Yeah, he's a handsome-looking guy, but like this.
Does it cause problems at home?
No, I support him. I love him, but when we go out, it's like the only place I go with him is to the video store. I mean...
From the ashes of the joke I made up several minutes ago, it's Scraping the Vault.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Cha-ching!
That's right. That was Eric. He's taken over for me, and he's just shadowing. This is like a student teaching situation. Good job, Eric. I think we gotta work on some of your TVs there. Hey, we're the podcast that we watch straight to video Disney sequels normally, but hold on, there it is. We have been watching. Sorry, we watched a Christmas movie. Now we watched Labyrinth. And now the show starts, and Jimmy wants to say something. Jimmy's here.
It reminds me of when you go to dinner somewhere and like somebody comes up and is like, "Hi, I'm Dan. This is Eric. We'll both be taking care of you today."
Yeah, totally.
Clearly one of them is shadowing the other.
And that was Audrey.
Hi.
You heard Audrey. She's there.
Hello.
Hello. And now Eric started us out. Oh, and by the way, I'm Dan.
Hi, Dad.
Hey.
There we go.
We're all here.
Hey.
We watched a little something.
What am I from? Why am I here?
Oh, that's right.
What?
You were from
What?
Bowiesplaining
Yes.
and several other podcasts. But
Yes. Let me tell you about our hit show, Bowiesplaining. It's me and my friend Dan, no relation to this Dan. He died several years ago, and we
David
recorded
Bowie
like
did.
38 episodes.
Not Dan.
oh,
Yeah, Bowie died several years ago. And Dan and I recorded 38 episodes, and we're slowly releasing them. And
what have you
also
learned?
not this Dan.
What have you learned
different
about David Bowie, Eric?
What have I learned about David Bowie?
This will count as our history segment for the movie that we watched, Labyrinth.
Oh, okay. David Bowie started out as a Freemason, and
Yep. Also
he,
known as a mime. The same thing.
Some guy clocked him in the eye, and his eye turned blue.
Andy Warhol.
And during that time, he also made out with many women and also men, and had a child who is named Bowie. And
with one of the women, not one of the men.
Yes. One of the men was not responsible for the siring of his child. And he wrote a song about him. And we've had several episodes about the music that David Bowie made, not the child Bowie. And
Wait, is the
this
child
movie
named Bowie?
features-
Is it Bowie?
It's no, that would be ridiculous. It's Zoe Bowie.
Zoe Bowie.
Zoe Bowie.
That would be ridiculous.
Isn't it Duncan?
It's Duncan.
Is his name Duncan?
They named him Zoe Duncan Bowie, I think, or Jones rather. I don't know why, because the name's always been Bowie. Hey,
Zoe Duncan
running
Bowie
down.
Jones.
Zoe Duncan Joey Bones.
Bones.
Bones. And here he is on this show to be with us today.
What's
He's
up,
very
guys? It's me, Zoe Bowie Jonesy Bones, from Louisiana.
He's less quiet than we thought.
Zoe Joey is also shadowing.
I know a thing or two
good
about the
job.
blues, but I don't know much about the movies, which is why I'm listening in today.
He's my intern.
Here's your coffee, boss. I didn't know if you wanted it with sugar or some oat milk.
No.
Okay,
No sugar.
did you want some oat milk, though? Because I ran out, so I put a little soy
No, thank
milk
you.
in it.
No, thank you,
Alright.
Zoe.
We do have this
when are we
goat
gonna
here. If you care. We do have
when
this
are we
goat
gonna
here if you care for some goat milk. as well.
He's,
When are we going to
he's
start
my
recording?
friends, and my only means of conveyance. But I guess I do spoil
Now,
it.
is Zoe a regular on your
No.
Zoe's Bowiesplaining?
No, Zoe is a special guest for this.
I needed to bring my intern for this appearance, where I'm
No
also
relation,
interning
but-
with Dan.
No relation, by the way, to Zoe.
If I knew we could
Deschanel,
have interns, then
Oh.
I would have brought mine, but I don't have one.
who I may or may not refer to as Gooey Douche
Audrey, who is your?
I don't have
intern?
one yet. I'm actively accepting applications. So if you or a friend,
I think Zoe would accept.
if you know someone who's looking for a great job, good benefits, shoot them my way.
Hold on, it's me.
It sounds like
No,
we're
it's
going
the
to have
Sultan.
some
Nope.
interviews during this
I'm
episode.
sorry. We already had an interview. We sent you an email explaining why you didn't get the position.
But I watched all your episodes.
I know.
I listened
Yeah.
to all your episodes while watching my
Thank you for that.
Poor
play Angry
Sultan.
Birds.
Is that Sultan the Sultan or Sultan the chair dog?
I'm the Saltine.
From Moulin Rouge.
Satine.
Isn't that her name? Saltine.
Satine.
So anyway, we watched Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
Yeah. Jimmy, you want to take over your show?
Thanks for inviting me to your show.
Listen, it's your show.
I'll show
No,
myself
stay.
out.
Bring Zoe with you.
No, hang
Anyway,
around if that's okay.
we watched Labyrinth. We have this is Dealer's Choice season. Last month we watched Alvin and the Chipmunk Christmas special. This
Very
month
special.
we're watching Labyrinth. That was Dan's choice. Next choice, Audrey's TBD.
Oh yeah, I got to figure that out.
Yep.
By
Then
the
we're
way-
back to straight to video Disney sequels.
By the way, just to clear things up, I believe this episode is going to be released on the 20th because we forgot that we have another show to do. So,
Stay tuned.
Supreme Resort will be released around the 30th, and this is the 20th.
Yay!
Hi, welcome.
Hi, it is the 20th the Ides of January.
Someone posted
we watched
real quick side. Someone posted something that said today is Blue Monday. It's the saddest day of the year, and I didn't know.
huh.
I'm having a pretty good day, but it's not over
pretty
yet.
good day.
Could
I'm
get
all right.
sad.
MLK Day.
The saddest day of the year. I don't know. I don't get it.
Do you know what's closed today?
Hmm.
On Martin Luther King Day? I live in Atlanta. This is a hint.
Oh no.
The Coke factory?
No.
Oh, good.
The
Thank
Peach
God.
Factory.
The Martin Luther King Memorial is closed today.
Oh, that actually makes a weird sort of sense.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
I get that it's a government thing and government shut down, but of all things to shut down on MLK Day, that the place he's buried? Anyway, we wanted to go.
Yeah.
Instead, we're recording this godforsaken podcast.
Buried in the Coke factory?
Yeah, it's just
In the bowels, with in the vault that has his has the Coca-Cola
Ooh,
recipe. There's
wow.
MLK.
Huh.
Okay, so
Respect.
we saw Labyrinth. We watched it legally.
Mhm.
I should add.
we love the law, especially
I sure
copyright
did.
law.
We
Yeah.
loved a lot. Can I tell you what? There's a movie theater I'd mentioned in the cold open, if you will, that we went to see. Our favorite movie theater is called the Movie Tavern. It's owned by Marcus Theaters. If anybody is familiar with Marcus Theaters, the Marcus who owns it, he's a real douche nozzle. Anyway,
The
they bring
gooey
you
douche
food, not gooey douche nozzle.
No relation.
To be clear.
Yes,
But-
no, you can't.
Anyway, so I'm Googling where to watch Labyrinth, and it says, Amazon Prime. I go to Amazon Prime, not available.
Yeah.
Roku, you name it. I went everywhere. The only place I can watch Labyrinth is March 6th at the Movie Tavern.
Okay.
No, and you will, won't you?
And who are you
We'll get to
dressing
it.
up as?
A giant
Great.
moose knuckle.
Yeah.
I borrowed a DVD from my father-in-law.
Thanks.
And I purchased an item.
Thank you, Eric's father-in-law.
Yay.
Internet.
It wasn't a Laserdisc, Eric?
No, it was not a Laserdisc. My Laserdisc player is down, which is why I had to borrow
In the
the
shop.
DVD.
I used a time machine and traveled back to 1900 and then watched it in theaters.
86.
Yay.
86.
For our listeners who are not alive when this movie came out, a Laserdisc is like a giant DVD.
I feel like you almost said record, and then you
It's
switched.
like a silver record.
Silver record.
So Jimmy and Audrey, you did not see this movie until
No, I did.
recently.
Until recently. In fact, I
Wow.
finished it mere
Oh,
hours ago.
I watched
Ooh.
it yesterday.
I'm curious.
I
Nice.
remember
If you don't mind me hijacking the show, Audrey, go ahead and tell us what you thought it would be.
I'm not I didn't write anything down. I didn't do my homework. Sorry, teach. But when
fine.
I'll tell you a
That's
little
fine.
story. When Blockbuster was still a thing, I remember as a kid going there with the family to pick out a movie. And instead of helping my family pick a movie, I was standing and staring up at the TV screen, which was playing a copy of Labyrinth without sound. And I remember just catching flies, staring up at this movie screen because I was like, what the hell is this movie? And I remember seeing the part where she's running back and forth in the maze. And I must have been like,
That
I
narrows
must
it
have been
down.
6. The first part where it's just completely straight. I don't know. I was very young, but that was my introduction to the movie. And then I'd kind of seen pictures of this beautiful ball gown from all the cosplayers that I follow on Instagram. And it's like, oh, I finally did the Labyrinth ball gown. And I was like, wow, this must be a really important part of the movie because it's such a nice dress.
Or
Kinda.
it's
2 minutes. I had seen the
I
magic
look at it.
juggling ball and like learned the insider scoop that it was actually some guy putting his hands
He's actually a
through
magician.
Bowie's arms and making it look like David Bowie was doing it, but he wasn't. So like that was that's how I know
That's news to me.
what goes on.
But if you wanted to play with David Bowie's balls, it'd be real easy in this movie. They're everywhere.
I was going to say low-hanging fruit, but that in itself is a joke.
Mostly bananas and peaches.
There's a really fun. There are several really fun videos out there of that the ball juggler thing, which who like was so frustrated because they're used to seeing what they're doing and they couldn't see what they were doing, so they had like just kept dropping them constantly, and they were so frustrated. And Bowie's just like laughing the whole time. He's just like, it's like he just didn't care. He's like, that's funny.
He wants to see
I can do
balls
this
dropping.
myself. I wouldn't need you.
If
Jimmy,
he wants to see balls dropping, just look down. That was my best David Bowie. Here's what I knew about this movie.
Yeah.
David Bowie's in it.
Yep.
That is all I knew about this movie. If you were to ask me what it was about, I would say it was very dark. There would be a lot of lasers. In dark lasers, dark caves,
Okay.
disco balls.
There was a ton
And
of
David
glitter.
Bowie.
There's glitter everywhere.
There's a lot
So
of
much
glitter.
Did I know that Jim Henson had anything to do with it? Nope.
Wow.
Did I know that George Lucas had anything to do with it? Nope. Did I know there were Muppets? Nope. I didn't know anything about it other than David Bowie's in it.
So this was quite the surprise for you.
Wow.
Quite the surprise. And that's why my alternate titles I mentioned were Jim Henson's alternate title was Because I Wanted To. And the other alternate title is The Muppets Take Castle Moose
That's
Knuckle.
good.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
As in like
Yeah.
Muppets Take Manhattan.
That's a good
etc.
name.
See the movie to understand.
Everybody has seen the movie. I don't know what's wrong with you two. I don't know. We watched
We
it
all have now.
in a school assembly in middle school where we had like it was one of those days where they're like, we don't know what to do with these kids. And we all went into the gym.
This has
the big
Muppets
gym,
in it, right?
And we had like 4 TVs set up, daisy chained together with the VHS version of Labyrinth. That's the first time I saw Labyrinth was in like 1989.
God, whoever figured out how to do that was like the AV wizard of your school, knowing what I know about how schools operate. That person was like, I don't know, get Ted on it. You know, you could do anything.
It's fine. I only have to buy one VHS. We're good.
And so Eric and Dan, you'd both seen it already, so we don't have to find out what you thought it was about.
I have seen it countless times as a Bowie fan, and I have not enjoyed that. I've not liked this movie.
Yeah, he has mentioned this before.
As a Bowie fan, I have found it depressing in terms of like where he was with his career and all of that. I did what I usually do with this show, and I tried watching it just as a movie, and I really enjoyed it.
Well, that's good.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, watching it as a movie, I mean, I didn't know who David Bowie was for most of the times I watched this movie, and I've always enjoyed it.
He was Jareth.
Except for a few parts that I don't like so much anymore.
He was the only non-Muppet besides Jennifer Connelly.
My girlfriend.
Yes.
Oh.
Major crush on Jennifer Connelly.
Not Jennifer
Hopefully
Garner.
not this version.
Not Jennifer Garner. No, never had a crush on Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer Garner, if
Despite what I
you're
said in that
listening, I'm
text.
sorry.
Sorry, Jen.
Sorry.
I personally think Jennifer Garner is more attractive than Jennifer Connelly. That's just
Alias was good. I mean, but
she's got the dimples. She's so cute.
and she's a better actress maybe than Jennifer Connelly.
Audrey, are you on Team Garner or Connolly?
Team Connolly.
Me too. Because all I can think of is Jim Garner when I hear Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer
Holt.
Garner's
Garner Holt.
her
That's
features are
from
too
Devil Wears Prada.
they're a bit too strong
That
for
was-
me. Jennifer Connelly is a little softer.
Mm,
This is purely visual.
okay. All right. So Jennifer Connelly,
All right.
you've won the episode.
Thanks.
So for you,
We finally
listener,
put that one to bed.
Labyrinth is a 1986 musical fantasy film. It was directed by Jim Henson,
Mm-hmm.
executive produced by George Lucas.
And in terms of Bowie history, it is smack dab between two of his worst albums. They are so bad that fans will frequently have debates over which one is worse.
So what was it about this movie that David Bowie said yes? Was it like to boost his career? Was it to salvage his career? Did he owe Jim Henson a favor?
he lost a bet to Jim Henson.
Well, his career at this time was actually not at its highest, but it wasn't declining yet. Creatively, he was provably out of ideas for music. But and this is part of what made. So after I enjoyed watching this, I kind of watched some more videos to like catch up, to just be like, okay, well, what do people who like this movie have to say about it that are intelligent, not like weird goth people who are like,
not like me.
Jareth, but like, Jareth is me. I think it was like it was sort of a breath of creative fresh air when he needed one, because it was like, hey, here's this thing that you wouldn't think to do. We need a pop star, specifically David Bowie. They wrote the part for him. And I think his take on it was like, yeah, let's see what this is, which is kind of fitting with how he worked creatively. Just sort of this feeling of like, I don't know, sounds like fun. Like I could do that for a couple months. Let's see what happens.
Fair.
And I think he appreciated the challenge of writing songs for it that were not super obvious.
They were not obvious songs. That's true.
No, they weren't like, yeah. I think like Magic Dance is probably the most obvious plot based sort of song, but
yeah,
you know, songs like Underground, Within You, Chilly Down, those are kind of, he was able to do more creative things with like the plot themes in the lyrics that if you dig into it, you can kind of see like, oh, here's what Bowie was thinking about this.
I like that he wasn't, I mean, and it is kind of a crazy move, and it could be image killing, like if it were any other person, but for him, I guess it has that kind of element of like, I'm not going to be too precious about my image as a artist and performer, so why the hell not do a movie with Muppets?
Yeah, that's actually perfectly put, to have it just be like, well, at least I'm not doing Nazi stuff this time. Oh, spoilers for
boy.
He got better after. It's fine.
Yeah, at some point I want to unpack what all of the point was, if there is a point. And what we can talk about what happened in the movie, but what the hell was Jareth, and why was Jareth?
Good questions.
And what does any of it mean? Like, I was waiting for some kind of lesson or evolution, or this is fundamentally what this character learned, but there was nothing. Like, I did not get any arc at all, which is where I came up with Jim Henson, like interviewing Jim Henson. What was this? What was your objective of this movie? He's like, because I wanted to. Because I wanted to.
I mean, ultimately, yeah, you're right. There's not a lot of growth other than Jennifer Garner. Obviously, Jennifer Garner's character. Like Sarah at the end of the movie, she comes back around to a speech that she memorized from a book that we don't know anything about.
And you have no power over me. I suppose there's some growth.
There's a little, yeah. I mean, that's kind of a
brother. She never
statement.
loved the brother. It's like he was a burden to her. He's a toddler, and then like she forgets about him for a while. Then she comes back and like, oh yeah, I have a little brother, and then she doesn't even go check on him till a little bit later.
She was a teenage jerk, and and she's got a little baby brother, and she realized, oh wait, there are bigger things than me and my walking around the park in a gown reading out of a book. Was she a LARPer before LARPing?
Performer.
That's what it felt like to me. She had like a petticoat.
Posters all over her bedroom, like Cats the musical, and so she's
Cats
either in a play in high school or something. Well, there's some like escapism element it's very escapism. That's the whole movie. But like, I think they got kind of close to something meaningful with the like trash heap people who were there to clutter her or like overload her with stuff.
Yeah.
And I think
with stuff that doesn't really
they were trying to
matter.
make a point with that, but it doesn't carry the whole movie.
But there was no
like
because there was no point where she thought that belongings were the most
No.
important thing. And I get that she got friends along the way. I don't know, but like, was it actually a dream?
Can I synthesize
Hoggle
what
had an arc?
Yeah. Can I synthesize what a lot of YouTube commentators have said?
Hoggle.
Hogwarts.
They called him Hogwarts, by the way.
Yes. According to several YouTubes that seemed intelligent that I watched, first off, it's a hero's journey story with a female protagonist, which in itself
You lost me.
which feels like that's kind of the main point. Is like George Lucas was like, well, what if we just did it like this? And then Jim Henson was like, yeah, that sounds great.
Kermit, is that you?
I go on to Sultan. And then that turned into this weird thing where they're like, okay, what if we take all of these stories and fantasy elements like the MC Escher stuff and like things that a kid that age at that time would have been into, you know, Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland. And if you notice as the camera scans her room, it shows all of these influences. And then it kind of lingers on this spot that you wouldn't know to look for if YouTube didn't tell you to look for it. But apparently her mom is an actress. And she like
her real mom, not her stereotypical 80s stepmom.
Right. Who, by the way, the stepmom is actually, she's like, no, I want you to have a life. You should be dating. Like, what is wrong with you? And Sarah's in this sort of like, she's not really wanting to grow up, and you know, she has her mom abandoned the family with this actor who in the pictures is played by David Bowie.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're getting some kind of substance.
So Sarah's in this.
This is a Wizard of Oz, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very Wizard of Oz.
I've never noticed that part.
Yeah, and so Sarah, and this is again, I'm just filtering through a lot of YouTube stuff, and I'm not saying that I agree or disagree. They seem fine. It's sort of this idea of Sarah is not wanting to let go of being a selfish child who doesn't want to watch, you know, the MacGuffin known as Toby. And battling with, she doesn't want to grow up, but she knows that some part of her knows that she has to. Enter Jareth, who, by the way, I think knows that he is cast in her imagination as a villain, especially because at the end he's just like, I was menacing. You know, he's saying like, I've done all these things for you. I've done, you know, I've played this part for you. I don't know what else I can do to stay in your life. Basically, you have defeated me, but it's whether it was a dream or not, I don't think matters because fairy tale logic. But that's kind of what YouTube has said. But there's more, of course, but
sure. And yeah, I first of all, I reserve judgment. I don't have an opinion of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I have not allowed myself to have an opinion of this movie. I have comments through
but
the
you
commentary.
watched it one time.
I watched it one time, started last night, finished this morning. I have notes, and I would like to understand what the movie's about. I think, Dan, you kind of got me closer to it actually having a point. Still don't understand what Sarah's arc is. At some point, is it her lesson is that things are hard and she has to like be responsible for stuff? Maybe
I think
that's the lesson.
The lesson that I've heard people say, or some of the lessons that I've heard, is just the basic letting go of childish things.
Like Wendy and Peter Pan.
Yeah, it's like Wendy. This is Wendy. This is basically there are so many archetypes that this is working with. One is the Hades and whatever her face is
Persephone
story. There's that one. Wizard of Oz. There's some Alice in Wonderland in there. They have mentioned that this is Peter Pan, where Wendy basically rejects Peter Pan.
What's the opposite of the Oedipus complex? Where the woman is
Suppity.
Suppity. Yes.
Where the
Eurydice.
Does it have elements of that?
I don't know. I'm just saying words.
We're just saying words. Yeah, that's fine.
You hear Eurydice, David Bowie's.
Boo!
Which, by the way, that was not a mistake. In fact, hold on. I have a clip. Where is it? There.
Like the devil. You know, he's completely alluring, completely a character that draws people in and people are infatuated with.
Oh, that's me.
What better to play the part than a rock star, because that's what they are. But at the same time, David Bowie is very, very smart and very talented.
In the way I built the Jareth character, I gave him other qualities. He's also a romantic hero. He's also contemporary with the leather jacket, has armor on it. This refers to 15th century knights. I gave him a swagger stick. It has a crystal ball. But if you look at it, it's a microphone. There's a lot of subtleties going on.
But why that wig?
He is supposed to be a young girl's dream of a pop star. We got in a lot of trouble about maybe how tight his pants were, but that was deliberate. It's very eclectic. We bring together, I think...
They were very tight pants.
David Bowie's package.
Apparently
deserved a separate credit.
Yes.
The opposite of the Oedipus complex is the Electra complex, which is where the
Electra. There we go.
Also played by Jennifer Garner, by the way. Electra.
Oh, yes.
Come full circle.
This movie.
Because maybe Jareth is something of her mother's, her mom's boo-thang.
Yeah,
and now she wants to stop the boo-thang, or the boo-thang is somehow intertwined with her, which is a weird age gap. It seemed a little too much of an age gap.
Right.
It was very romantic with the ball gown and the seduction and what was his obsession with the baby? What does the baby have to do with anything?
It's a MacGuffin. But Audrey, going back to what you were saying, that is something that some of the commenters have said, where it's like maybe Sarah is torn between this life where she's kind of tempted to follow in her mom's path to, also abandon the family because she's more interested in, dressing up and LARPing essentially, and getting lost in fantasy, as kids kind of younger than that are prone to do, because she's 16, I think. There's not a lot of like hard answers of like, this means this and this is that. It's just sort of like, it's a Rorschach test of like, what do you bring to it? So
I noticed so the time has a lot of has a lot to do with this. I did notice going around her room, a lot of the themes in the room, like the MC Escher stairway drawing, a lot of things kind of were realized. There's a couple of nods to the Haunted Mansion in this movie.
Really? I'm not saying you're wrong.
I don't think it was necessarily intentional, but the clock has a 13th hour.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
And if you go back and listen to some of the gloomy, like doom and gloom, scary things are about to happen. Ding, 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 ding.
One of the reaction commentary people actually caught that, and I just now remembered that as well.
Yeah. Okay, so let's break down what happened, and we can kind of stop and talk about some of the themes as they come. Now, first thing that struck me is this owl in the opening credits, is this primitive CGI?
Yes.
Or incredibly good
primitive
puppetry?
CGI. Yeah.
This is, I think, one of the first usages of CGI. Like, there's, how, like, as the technology is developing, there's all of these, this is the first, this is the first, like, little tiny micro first. This is one of those.
I could see that. Now, I appreciated it. And throughout the movie, kind of forgetting it was 1986, so often I had to stop myself and think, oh, this CGI is really, oh, wait, none of this is CGI. It's all very practical.
Yeah. Yeah.
Outside of the owl that kind of got me into the CGI mindset, none of this is CG. It's all practical effects, which is just
amazing,
magical in so many parts of this movie.
It's so Henson, and so many different uses of Muppet like technology for what it is.
And we'll get to photorealistic CGI animal. That's what it says.
Now, is the owl always supposed to be David Bowie?
I think so.
All right. So it opens, a white barn owl stands in a park where 16-year-old Sarah Williams, Jennifer Garner, is acting out a play accompanied by her English sheepdog, Merlin. Merlin is also the name, Lancelot is the name of the stuffed animal that she gives to Toby at the end. Again, no explanation whatsoever, other than she's like a LARPer, like you said.
Yeah, she's a nerd.
The town clock tower strikes 7 o'clock.
We've all just acted out things in a park at night, right?
So here's the first thought that I had.
Basically, she's the avatar for all of us theater curtain kid nerd. Like, basically, welcome. You're listening to the podcast. All of us.
Yes. Exactly. So what struck me when I see this opening scene is I just assume, based on the costume and the setting, I assume this is Victorian, kind of old school. This is a flashback. That's where I go. And I'm like, they nailed the casting for young Jennifer Connelly. They nailed it. Then I remembered this was 1986, and Jennifer Connelly was, in fact, 60. I swear to God, I'm like, they could have done a little better, but they nailed Jennifer Connelly as a young girl. It's not a joke. Anyway, so Sarah remembers she has to go home and babysit her little baby brother, Toby.
Toby McGuffin.
Jerk baby.
McGuffin. Who, by the way, actor,
really?
named Toby.
By the way, that actor currently working for the Jim Henson Company.
Nice.
And his name is Toby.
Yep.
Still, wow, to this day.
Yeah, they haven't changed it. Upon returning home, Sarah is admonished by her stereotypical 1980s poofy shoulders stepmother, who you would not know was the stepmother, except the fact that they say stepmother, but how would you know?
Yeah, that's how plots work sometimes.
All right. Her name is Irene, by the way. And she's admonished for being late. So
Irene, stepmother.
Irene, the mean stepmother machine.
Irene, stepmother Williams.
And then stereotype father.
There's my middle name.
And then like Thurston Howell III's dad, like, hello, lovey. Yeah. Time to go. Just so 80s. Anyway, they're going out for the evening. To your point, Dan, the stepmom's like, hey, listen, you're around, which is why you're babysitting. You wouldn't be if you get out. You prude. Nerd. You should be dating. You're 16.
And Sarah is not a likable character, at least at this point.
Especially at this point. So Sarah complains that her parents have started to assume that she'll babysit without asking her, to which Irene responds that Sarah ought to have dates at her age. This provokes Sarah into a rage.
Yeah,
and by the way,
it makes her more upset.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah, and she storms upstairs into her room. Her parents ensure that Toby's safe for a very, very short period of time. And they leave Sarah, who's still sulking in her room, upon discovering that her toy bear Lancelot is missing from her room. I missed that part. Sarah storms into her brother's room and finds the bear with him. Sarah flies into a rage and wishes that someone would take her away from this awful place.
Shake the baby.
Lifting a distressed Toby out of his, basically, telling him a story that mirrors her own situation. She calms down, but as she leaves the room, Toby continues to cry, and she says, I wish the goblins would come and take you away right now. Now, this is where there's little flashes to goblins.
I love the little room of goblins where they're like, that's not the spell.
Before we get into this, I just want to point out, I was talking about Bowie kind of like using his songs to have like his own reflection of the plot. So right before the scene with the stepmother, we hear his song Underground. The lyrics are, "No one can blame you for walking away, but too much rejection, no love, injection, nothing. Life can be easy, it's not always swell. He doesn't say it's not always fair, by the way. Don't tell me truth hurts, little girl, because it hurts like hell." And then that's when the stepmother says, "You should be dating."
So she finally gets the spell right. She leaves the room, and immediately Toby stops crying. She goes back in, Toby's gone. The next thing I observed is, what do they call it when you record dialogue after the fact?
ADR.
This movie was like 90% ADR.
Well, I don't know that I disagree. I just never caught that.
Considering it's like Muppets, of course.
I think the Muppets were real time. I think most of Jennifer Connelly's dialogue was ADR.
That would make sense because there was probably a lot of technical stuff happening in the room.
mid 80s that tracks. Like
it could also be, to be fair, that my very legitimate, fully sanctioned by the MPAA copy of this movie could have just been old. I don't know. But maybe watch the first. Go back and watch the first 10 minutes and tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Thank you.
And while you do that, we're going to take a little break. Listening to the commercials. That's, you know how this works. Goodbye. And we're actually back now.
See, I was right. Back. Mostly ADR.
And this scene also introduces some horror elements, which is kind of fun. If you're
she should be dating. We get it, Dan.
No, when Toby McGuffin is gone, and there's like little creatures running around through the room.
Oh,
it's scary and it's dark. And
you said horror.
Horror.
Got it.
Oh,
I think
my.
It's my Canadian
So
accent.
Toby disappears.
I was pretty excited when I saw the goblins for the first time because they were all so lifelike.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Practical effects are my favorite. 10 out of 10.
Well, yeah, it was a room full of cool looking goblin puppets, and they're all different looking. They have different voices.
And they were also cool, such cool designs. This movie.
I love too how there's like the one that won't shut up, and then the one that anytime he talks, like,
yeah. There was a lot of fun elements to this, a lot of fun characters. It was very, not coincidentally, very Monty Python.
Mm-hmm. Terry Jones.
Okay. Terry, yep. He's in it, or he's director, maybe?
Really?
He wrote it.
He wrote it.
Jim Henson directed it.
So like the scene, we're skipping ahead, but the scene with the two doors, and there's the shield.
Yeah.
The puppet heads up on top and on the bottom. That was very like Monty Python.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Toby disappears, and the barn owl. We see the barn owl come back to her room. That then transforms into Jareth, David Bowie, Goblin King.
He's shown up to chew the scenery. I mean that in a good way.
So he looks so awful. It's not a good look. I hate it. The wig.
Oh.
The wig is terrible. I think the eye makeup is kind of cool, but the fact that he's like
the eye makeup,
the lip color is all wrong. It washes him out. And then I guess the purple top and the light colored bottoms could have been worse, I guess. But I don't know. He
has a lot of costume changes.
So ridiculous.
By the way, I just want to say, if you have come to this episode because you are a Bowie fan and you happen to love this movie very much, I need to apologize for Audrey. She doesn't understand that Jareth loves you and that he is your secret boyfriend. I'm very sorry.
I get it that Jareth was like a lot of girls, like, sexual awakenings where they're just like,
and boys.
Boys.
If you're not a girl and you're listening, I hope you understand. Audrey doesn't know that Jareth is your
all
secret
of those
boyfriend.
People now, whenever they see hair that reminds them of Jareth, maybe they get that feeling. Or like if they see someone wearing tight pants, like
That crotch tingle. Okay.
He's just
okay.
so.
I'm not.
He
Gonna,
doesn't look like a real person.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say.
He's not. He's the Goblin
Yeah.
King.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Duh.
as a kid watching this movie, yeah, he was an unreal, like, specter. Like, who is this person? What is
Yes.
this person?
He can move through people
So like he's
and walls.
he could have been uglier and it would have been more interesting to me because all of the goblins are so goblin-y and he's like he doesn't
Right.
look
He doesn't look like the king of the goblins.
I mean, I would have liked it if he looked a little
I'm a king
little
of
rougher
goblins
or something. I don't know. Instead of like Sparkle Pony from Burning Man. Like he's too clean.
It's okay that he's beautiful.
But he's David Bowie.
But he's not even
David
beautiful.
Bowie
He looks
playing David Bowie.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll let it go. We can move on.
I mean,
David
he's
Bowie
80s
beautiful?
I think he's
I
much
don't
more
know.
attractive than
I mean,
in this movie. Like I was a little let down, I'll be honest. I was like, oh, I'm supposed to be like, I want to be attracted to David Bowie as Gareth, but I can't be because he just looks so bizarre.
Okay. So Jareth tells Sarah that he's taken the baby, right? And she can have a crystal that will reveal all of her dreams, which are what?
Well, his crystals can turn into basically anything.
Yeah.
His
But what are her
dreams are
dreams?
to be a princess in a fairy tale.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. So, but you can have all the dreams if she forgets about her brother. Because for some reason, David Bowie has taken this baby
to be a new goblin.
Is that it?
Yeah. After
So are all the goblins previously babies?
They're like Lost Boys.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll take that.
Yeah, the impression is that he steals babies, and after a certain point of time, they become goblins.
Well, a certain porno time.
I heard that too. I think what's missing in that is that all of this is only happening because she wants the baby to be taken away by the Goblin King.
Because he's annoying. She wants her own life. Doesn't want to have to deal with the baby.
So this fictional, this whatever thing that she's either read or made up or whatever, she's doing that thing that a kid probably it would be age appropriate if she was like, I don't know, 10 or 10 to 14, not 16, but she's kind of stunted, and that's part of the point. So this is where we get into that fairy tale logic of like, I am going, what if I actually, she's talking to Toby McGuffin about how like she has, the Goblin King granted me these magical powers, and I'll say the words. Don't you worry. I'll say you better worry. I'll say the words. And then that's when we introduce this other fantasy element of like the goblins who may or may not exist. It's probably just her imagination kind of playing along where they're like, oh no, those aren't the words. So it's like, what this purely imaginary thing, but the imaginary world has its own set of rules and consequences. And by the way, it knows it's an imaginary world, which is where Jareth comes in. And again, at the end, he basically says like, I've been a good villain, right? I've done everything that you wanted a villain to do.
It's a good line.
So what? Then what? That's what I'm missing. I've done all this thing. So now what?
Now, do you continue living in the fantasy world, or do you reject the fantasy world and embrace the reality that you live in?
Yeah, do you grow up, or do you become Tom Hanks in the Dungeons and Dragons movie that he did in the 80s, where he went
Monsters.
insane?
I have a VHS copy. Oh, why aren't we watching that one? That's next year. Okay, so Sarah declines, and Cherith says that if you don't come get your brother in 13 hours. Jareth.
David Bowie is a chair.
Cherith, cute story. That's a deep dive for you Arrested Development fans. The show, not the band. Okay, so he will become one of us forever if she fails to reach him in 13 hours. So Sarah sets off on her quest, and she quickly encounters Hoggle. How do we feel about Hoggle?
Yeah.
By the way, he's a dwarf who's the gardener, or one of the gardeners in Jareth's Labyrinth.
Hoggle was we see a figure of Hoggle in Sarah's bedroom before she goes into her fugue state. And he's an asshole.
Yeah, Hoddle's
for most of the movie.
The whole time. I mean, he redeems himself over and over again, but then he's an asshole again.
He's a coward. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's as a puppet, he's extremely impressive.
Quite
as a puppet, yes.
But he's not a puppet. It's a what's the politically correct way of saying
small person?
He's a small person with a whatever
massive
face.
Mechanical face, and you could tell that the actor is struggling to walk around with that big heavy thing as a head.
Very large head.
Yeah.
So here, one of the things, I'm skipping ahead again. So Hoggle throughout the movie is her friend and her foe, kind of constantly getting in her way and then saving her out of guilt,
constantly betraying her. But he's got an affection for her,
right? Because somebody called him a friend. He's never been a friend before. He's a coward, etc. David Bowie says at one point, she is going to kiss you, and if she kisses you, I will turn you into a prince. So she kisses him.
The Prince of the Land of Stench.
Prince of the Land of Stench.
Can we be happy that he didn't get turned into a prince? Like,
he's just threatening to throw him into the bog.
Yeah, that's all that is. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Prince of the Land of Stench. Okay,
yeah.
You lost me at Prince. Anyway,
yeah.
I just thought for that point, I'm like, are they going to turn him into a prince? And she's 16, and then is it really about like love and boys and whatever? It was not. It was a joke. My bad.
According to several YouTubes, Hoggle is there for her to learn how to give and give forgiveness, because he betrays her over and over again, and she finally has to understand, through understanding his point of view, and that he is a coward and that he is helping her despite being a coward, that is actually a good trait, and she forgives him for his trespasses, as they say in that one book.
Yeah, that's fair.
Forgive us this day our daily bread. Okay, so then Sarah's running through this. She goes in the labyrinth. She's running through this endless corridor, and she finally gives up, and she sits down, and there's a worm, another very cool puppet, who's like, she's like, how do I get through? He's like, oh, you just go straight through that. Not everything's as it seems. This is a really cool visual effect where it looks like a wall, and she walks through, and it's just the way the camera is set, the way the set is created, it looks like she's walking through.
I think it's forced perspective, right?
Yeah, forced perspective. You can't really tell until she walks past the wall. Then you say, okay, that's how it's broken out. But it's a really nice visual effect.
By the way, on these shows, forced perspective.
Y'all ready for this?
Forced perspective is an all-star on this show.
Well, on between
Supreme Resort
and Scraping the Vault, it's forced perspective is something we love very much.
So first she's skeptical, and then she finally approaches. She finds an opening. Great. So Sarah enters a new maze-like area. Now the worm says, "Don't go that way. Never go that way."
Right.
Because that way leads to the center of the castle,
directly to the castle. Yeah,
which is where she's trying to go. She missed that part.
Yeah.
So she's in a new labyrinth area, and then she finds small creatures that are overturning the stones that she's marking. So she's like running through this what looks like a castle courtyard. She has a chalk, and she's like drawing an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is it lipstick?
Yeah,
okay.
It's her lipstick.
So then she does like an arrow of which direction she's going, and then immediately these little trolls come up from underneath and flip the stones to change the direction in which she was coming.
So many delightful accents
Agreed.
in this movie.
They're very angry.
Vandalism.
By the way, according to some of the YouTubes have said that when one of the things that shows growth for Sarah is whenever she has to like see things for what they may not be. It said several times you can't take things for granted. You can't take things for granted. There's a lot of repetition of that. And anytime in the story when she realizes, oh, I shouldn't be taking this for granted, and has to like think it through a little bit, then it rewards her. And same thing with her saying, it's not fair, it's not fair, it's not fair over and over again. And then at some point, Jared's like, you keep saying that. I wonder what your point of comparison is.
And I think that may be some of the growth is that, like I said before, is that she's a victim all the time. And now she has to like take ownership of her problems and figure it out.
Right.
So meanwhile,
are you saying that there is some growth in Sarah?
There might be. So meanwhile, Jareth is seen with Toby in his castle. He's celebrating Toby's arrival, and that is when Jareth sings
the best song in the movie,
Magic Dance. And he gleefully plays with Toby in the midst of his golden.
Audrey does not like this song.
It is earwormy.
Real quick, Audrey.
Like I woke up this morning and I was like, but what about the babe? The babe? You do? Who do? Do. I don't even know how the song goes, but it's in there, and I'm annoyed.
The back and forth with like, there's a dog in this movie that one of the dog puppets who's like the guard of the bridge in the bog. His steed is a dog.
Yes. Right. It's a dog.
And the dog going back and forth from actual dog to puppet is, I don't want to say seamless, but they do a good job.
Agree.
In this scene, throwing the baby around.
You're right. They should have thrown the actual baby.
It's disturbing. It's disturbing.
Let's throw a real baby.
I mean, you can tell when it's a baby and when it's not, but it's disturbing how high he throws that baby, regardless if it's.
It wasn't weighted correctly. They should have added more weight to the puppet, so then he could have thrown it more believably.
Well, like they threw him up to hide the fact that it was not an actual baby. The baby's face was facing away from the camera, and the baby lands still facing away from the camera. You cut to, and it had turned around, and it's an actual baby. I don't know. Anyway.
And those dance steps were not, I mean, come on.
Not dance.
A baby would not dance in such a fashion.
Naturally.
This scene I've had issues with this scene throughout the years, especially because of like, my criticism before was it's the guy who did the Berlin trilogy singing with Muppets, and I can't deal with that.
Dan, are you a Bowie fan similar to my co-host Dan?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh.
He sounds like a very
cool
obnoxious
Bowie
person.
shirt.
Hello.
I thought it was a shirt about the knife.
It's about Bowie, Maryland, actually. There's parts of it where it's just like, oh, he's fallen so far, but then again, as this being a point of light in between these two terrible albums, and then also when you imagine, oh, it's David Bowie on the Muppet Show. This is David Bowie on the Muppet Show, and it's just fun. And like, there's even moments where he sings directly into the camera.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, that is what this movie is a giant Muppet Show.
He's singing to the camera. He's singing to Muppets.
And he says the word
does
baby,
look like he's
so
having
that
fun.
must mean he does.
Yeah. And I love in the behind the scenes stuff, he is just like manhandling those Muppets because apparently they just gave him carte blanche. They're just like, we throw these things around the room all the time. You could just do whatever you want.
And he did. And then he thought that baby was also a Muppet.
Yep.
Okay, so eventually Sarah encounters the 4 guards, which leads to my personal favorite scene. The challenge, so she's challenged to a logic puzzle. One of them always lies. One of them always tells the truth. I still don't understand how she got to the logic, but she figured it out, goes through the right door, is not paying attention. She falls. And the hands, the helping hands, are so
that is a
cool.
Really great sequence.
They're so cool. And these are all practical hands that these whatever puppeteers or whatever make into faces, complete with pupils, nostrils, mouths. It's remarkable.
Mustaches.
Oh yeah, it's
clear personalities.
Well,
like you see you see a few of them, you're like, oh, I know who that is.
Yeah, it's really well done. That was my favorite part of the movie. It's or favorite effect, I should say, when it comes to
Movie
non-CG.
magic.
It's really well done, and yeah, it's. I mean, it's Dave Gells and Frank Oz doing like some of the best voice work that they do. Gonzo and Yoda.
Yeah, there's a lot of voice actors in this.
According to Nerdist, and I'm reading this fresh, how to solve the Labyrinth two-door riddle. To solve the puzzle, you must ask one guard, doesn't matter which one, which door the other guard would say leads out. Both guards will indicate the same door, which will be the door that doesn't lead out. For purpose of this explainer, we'll call the doors A, the safe door, and B, the other door. Let's discuss. Scenario 1, the guard you ask is the one who lies. If the guard you ask is the one who lies, then he will lead you astray by telling you falsely that the other guard, the truthful guard, will point you towards door B. This makes door A the safe bet. If you ask the guard who tells the truth, he will tell you honestly that the other guard, the lying guard, will point you towards door B. This makes door A the safe bet. Did that make sense?
That makes sense. Yep, it does.
Okay.
And she did it. We missed half of that equation in the movie. All right. So the hands ask if Sarah wants to go up or down. She says down. She ends up in the oubliette.
Cool word.
Which is a word I've never heard before. Which is a dungeon that can only be accessed through a hatch in the ceiling. Is what an oubliette is. So then Hoggle is sent by Jareth because then we flash back to Jareth, who sees her in the oubliette, and he's like, how did she get there? And he's like, I'm going to send one of my goblins to go send her back to the beginning. And she's going to give up, right? So Hoggle is sent by Jareth to release Sarah from the oubliette, and by bribing Hoggle with a plastic bracelet she has with her, Sarah is able to persuade him to take her back into the labyrinth. This is his first non-betrayal.
Right. And then there's that door effect.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
The door effect is really cool. So there's a wall, and then he picks up a door from the ground, and he opens it to the left. By the way, no cutting in this, no obvious cutting in this scene.
Right.
He opens the door to the left, and it's like a closet with a bunch of clutter and pots and pans. And he's like, nope, wrong door. And then he closes the door and then opens it to the right, and it is a now lighted passage.
And I'm sure there's a cut, but oh my God, I've watched it so many times
wonderful.
and tried to catch the cut. You can't see it.
It's fantastic Muppetry.
Yep. This is one of the moments I'm like, the CGI for 80s is really good. I kid you not. Okay, so then, so Hoggle leads Sarah past a series of huge false alarms as they journey towards the exit.
This is peak Monty Python humor, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But they're soon stopped by Jareth, who demands to know why Hoggle is helping Sarah.
Nothing.
Now, talk to me about the false alarms.
Right.
Oh, it's just a joke. But I think it also reinforces the idea that you can't take anything for granted. Anytime you are, basically you have to think for yourself and you have to think things through. And that's sort of like what she's learning.
Okay. So then Hoggle's like, Jareth is like, why are you helping Sarah? Sarah irritates Jareth by describing his labyrinth as a piece of cake, which provokes him to take some of her time away. Rude. No longer has 13 hours.
Yeah. And Hoggle's response to that is it's wonderful. It's like, uh-oh. You idiot.
So at this point then, Jareth sends her to the cleaners, or sends the cleaners after her and Hoggle.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. This was a cool bit of technology. It made me think of Star Wars a little bit. Like the guys on the back.
Are these the ones that take their heads off?
No, those are the Fireys. This is the giant machine that goes down.
Oh, the little spiky, spinny thing.
Yeah.
Like the thing that dug the channel.
Yeah. Which looks like a monster, and then it's like, oh, it's a machine. And then this is actually has always been one of my favorite parts in the movie, because when they finally narrowly escape, you see that it's operated by just a bunch of goblins.
Little goblins,
and it's goblins. It's kind of a like piece of crap piece of machinery.
Yeah.
Like if you knew what was behind it, you would be like, oh, this is all just theatrics.
Like I could probably hold my hand up against it and be fine.
100%.
So there's a couple of moments. Sorry, Dan, go ahead.
Yeah, no, but that's sort of, it's a theme with this movie that I really love, and it shows something about, I think it goes back to Jareth knowing that he is like a man, he is pretending to be a threat. He's a manufactured threat, and everything is kind of like held together by duct tape and toenails. Yeah. And
so that was one moment. Then there's a couple other moments that reminded me a lot of, and probably done by Henson Studios, but in Men in Black, the movie, there is a character, there's a big, tall, bald man who's an alien, but is powered by this little bitty little space alien thing that powers this big giant thing. So there's an homage, maybe the Men in Black is an homage to that, but there's a lot of that in this movie.
That's probably several homages, because I can think of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles character that's the same idea.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just, it's a funny thing. It's, here's the giant threat. Also, here's the tiny thing that runs it.
That runs behind it, yeah. So at this point, after Dan, like you said, they push down a wall to avoid the cleaner. Sarah and Hoggle climb up a ladder and emerge in a courtyard, which is home to the wise man, played by none other Frank Oz, who offers Sarah a few words of rambling advice in exchange for her ring.
And he has a hat. Let's not forget the hat.
His hat is also an ostrich.
It's a labyrinth bird. It's whatever. There's a lot of weird living things.
Yes.
Just like a really cool design. I liked that character.
Yeah, all of the character design is phenomenal.
And Hoggle was not happy that she gave him a good ring.
Right.
Instead of
he got
plastic bracelet.
Yeah. At some point, she takes Hoggle's magic lamp. I'm not sure
she takes his collection
swag
of
bag.
Jewelry because he likes collecting them, to which he replies, "That's not fair." And she kind of realizes, like, no, it's not, but that's just how it is.
Yeah,
that's another moment of growth where she's kind of realizing that, like, oh, I guess life isn't always fair. It can be just, but it's not always fair.
Yeah, and then in fact, it's this point where Hoggle attempts to leave that Sarah takes his collections of plastic jewelry that he has attached to his belt and refuses to return it to him unless he agrees to lead her through the labyrinth. Reluctantly, Hoggle agrees to accompany Sarah. They both continue through a hedge garden, and as they are walking, Sarah tells Hoggle he is the only friend she has in the labyrinth. Hoggle seems startled by this and tells Sarah that he's never had a friend before. Just after the exchange, they are stopped by a pained roar and makes Hoggle flee in fear, despite Sarah's attempts to stop him. So they're in this maze.
He just totally takes off.
He just takes off.
See ya.
And so Sarah goes to investigate, and she finds Ludo, who is a giant monster hanging from his feet, and these little whatever shaggy-haired monster things that are tormenting.
Goblins with little, like, fleshy, bitey things on.
They're biting monsters on sticks. They're like piranhas on sticks.
And they're also saying things like
insane.
I don't know if you heard this, but they're like, sushi teriyaki. It's a little weird.
Yeah. Again, so many delightful accents that would totally fly today.
So then she wishes for something to throw at them. And this is the first kind of homage we have to Ludo being able to summon rocks. Is that he's screaming. She wants something to throw. Rocks kind of find their way to her. Again, very well done. No cuts. Rocks rolling, being pulled directly to her so that she can throw rocks to distract these guards with the piranha sticks.
I couldn't tell if it was her magic power making that happen or Ludo's. Like,
she wishes for it.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
It's established later on that Ludo does in fact have rock summoning powers.
Right. Rocks are his friends.
I'm wondering if maybe she's wishing it, but his screams kind of summon them.
Well, I
to save
think
him.
He hears her say that, and he's like, "Hey, I could get you a rock."
Okay. So anyway, she saves Ludo. She throws rocks. These guys run in fear with their piranha sticks that bite each other now instead of biting Ludo. Turns out he's a gentle giant, right?
Again, things are not what they seem.
That's right. So they work together and they find doors with knockers attached to them. The door knockers were wonderful.
Yeah.
This scene.
Yes.
This is my favorite scene.
One door knocker, you listener, picture a door knocker. It's a ring that is either, historically in a mouth of some kind of gargoyle, or in this case, the other one is the ring is through the ears of one of the monster gargoyle door knockers.
I love
so
that.
he can't
I love
hear
that
anything
one so much.
He can't hear anything because there's a door knocker in his ears. And the other one can't talk because there's a door knocker in his mouth.
And the facial expression on the one who can't hear is so great. Like, if it had arms, you could picture the arms being like crossed and like, no. He does the sniff, and you see the entire face react to the sniff. It's like the puppetry is. I mean, it's Jim Henson, so of course, it's great.
It's really
So
good.
like she takes the ring out of the one on the right's mouth, and so he can talk. And then they're like, "How do we get through the doors?" And like, "Well, you have to knock." And so she forces the ring back into the mouth of the door knocker thing by plugging his nose.
Right, so that he
breathe.
has to take a breath, and she can jam it back in.
Sorry, that's a truck driving by.
I was going to say, is somebody flushing?
Audrey's in the bathroom.
I was going to say a little preview for the bog of whatever smells and the fart noises.
It's freshly cleaned, in fact.
Okay, so Sarah and Ludo pass through one of the doors into a dimly lit forest. Soon after they enter, Ludo vanishes, falls down a pit or something, and Sarah's left to go through the forest alone. Mm-hmm.
And ROUS is...
Yeah, there's a little Princess Bride-ish stuff in this, isn't there?
Yeah, that's fair, yeah.
Meanwhile...
a lot of that stuff was happening in movies at this time, so...
Yeah, in the 80s.
Everybody liked Pits of Despair.
Meanwhile, Hoggle runs into Jareth, which is where I wrote Bowie Moose Knuckle. We've talked about that plenty. Who orders him to give a peach to Sarah.
This is peak Bowie crotch scene, by the way.
That's why I wrote that note there.
Yeah, it's about as...
I think Boggle was at his crotch at one point.
Well, that was in the previous scene. That's where we have our image for the show from.
Okay. So this is the Wicked Queen poison apple, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also for the Persephone thing, it's the pomegranate.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah. So when Hoggle asks if the peach will harm Sarah, Jareth taunts him and ridicules the idea that Sarah could consider a repulsive little scab such as him a friend. And in parting, he tells Hoggle that he will make him prince if Sarah should ever kiss him, derisively adding that Hoggle would be made nothing less than Prince of the Land of Stench, which is what you guys had said just prior to leaving the Land of Stench.
He is so tickled by himself when he says that. It's great.
Which brings us to my least favorite scene in
Yeah.
the movie, which is the Fireys.
I hated this scene.
This was
so
bad. It was
much.
When I mentioned all the great puppet design and CGI, this was the worst. Green screen, awful. You can see a black outline around Sarah. It is so bad.
Not a good song. All of those characters are extremely irritating. What are they doing there?
Yep.
They're just
I used
there
to love this
distract
scene,
her?
but yeah, like the song is a mess. It's just a mess.
I think
They could have cut the whole thing.
I agree. I don't love the scene, but just for funsies, YouTube commentary has sort of centered around the idea that they're sort of like they present like a psychoanalysis of like, well, if you just reject all responsibility and just have fun and just have this party, then you like, yeah, you're having constant fun, but you are literally falling apart. Whatever.
Okay.
I'm not saying I agree or
And they're
not.
surprised
It's
that
just
her
exists.
head doesn't come off and that she can't do the things.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I approach this scene with the same sort of like grace that I offer to Jar Jar Binks, not as a character because the character's terrible, but like the idea that like, okay, I think I understand why Jar Jar Binks exists, and it's because they could, and they were excited about what they could do with it. And that's it.
Okay. Yeah. So they're weird creatures that can take off their heads. After a while, she gets frustrated and throws all their heads and then runs away.
Yeah.
And they're following after her. How come we can't take off your head? And then Hoggle, drops a rope. She climbs out to safety. Hogwarts.
Hobart.
In her gratitude, so she climbs up the rope that Hoggle gave her. In her gratitude, she kisses him, which is when I missed the joke. I thought he was going to turn into a prince, and I was going to walk away.
Audrey, did you have more to say about the things?
The Fireys? I hated them. No, that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
That was a bad scene, and I was angry, and
that was my least favorite scene.
Yeah. And to be fair, it's not green screen. It's an entirely black set, which maybe should have been green screen.
Yeah, that was the style of the time. Yeah. Anyway, so immediately after she kisses them, they fall down a trapdoor, and they are then at the edge of the bog of eternal stench.
This was a pretty great set.
Features anuses.
Dan, this is
Farting
where
lakes.
you're going to need to pull out your YouTube meaning, because it was a pond of farting buttholes.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly what it was.
That's it.
That's it.
And then Ludo calls some stones so she can walk across safely. Every time they step on a stone, there's a fart.
Yeah. I feel like this. Yeah, no, I feel like the Bog of Eternal Stench is sort of a reminder that we are watching a Muppet thing, where it's just like, it's just silly. Like that, just that being the main threat in itself is ridiculous, but it's also the kind of threat that like a stunted teenage mind would come up with, right?
Yeah, that if your foot touches it, you'll smell forever.
Right.
Even a little part of you. So they find their way. They see a bridge, and they're stopped from the bridge by Sir Didymus.
Audrey, were you going to say something?
No.
Okay.
Just that the Fireys looked stupid.
No, we're still on the Fireys. Okay. Are we on a delay? She's on a 4-minute delay.
I think it's just that they look that stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sir Didymus, who's a small fox terrier. Okay. He's a knight, and his duty is to defend the bridge. One of my favorite things is that nobody can cross unless permission is granted. So they have this whole like fight and yada yada, and then finally she's like, "Can we have permission?" He's like, "Sure." So the bridge breaks, of course, and he says, "Oh, it's thousands of years old. It holds up just fine." He taps it, and it collapses. Which is when Ludo uses his rock summoning powers, which reminded me of Frozen. The Frozen trolls. I thought they were going to become trolls.
Oh,
anyway,
cool. Yeah.
I've always been confused. Like, there's still a small amount of stink water on those rocks.
Thank you. Yep.
I thought the same thing. It's like it just came out of the water. A foot's going to touch that. There's some bog water on there,
but it's okay because your shoes are smell proof as long as it's on the bottom of the shoe.
Good point. Maybe he can take off his feet like the Fireys can take off their heads. I don't know.
Checkmate. Movie enthusiasts.
So I also love that Ludo throughout this entire scene is just smell bad.
He was cute. I liked Ludo.
I like Ludo too.
I wish they climbed on his back and he like jumped around. You know,
made a lot faster.
Yeah, I wanted her to ride him like a
beast of burden.
Sure, yeah, like a Appa, but not Appa. From Avatar: The Last Airbender. The TV show, not the movie. Anyway, if you haven't seen it, you should watch.
Not that
Jim
movie.
Cameron.
Yeah,
but there's also a really delightful clip of Prince Charles and Lady Di before the accident meeting Ludo.
Too soon.
And like the actual figure of Ludo, and it's like fully animated, and
wow,
and they both have this look of like, what the hell is this?
Right, Rightly so.
Yeah.
Was there a person inside that costume, or was it a puppet?
Probably
There
There
was a
multiple
person,
people inside
and
of it.
then there were. I think so. Do you know the Muppet Sweetums?
Yeah.
It's like a giant Sweetums.
Got it. That's what I thought, and because Sweetums is in the Muppet Vision 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about too soon.
Unless you're at Hollywood Studios,
I was going
and
to say,
then
still there.
I know.
Sometimes
Delightful.
not there. Sometimes just off screen.
Yeah, well, sometimes
Anyway,
that shift just they call out.
That's right. This is what brings me to my second or tied for least favorite section of the film: Jareth and Sarah dancing at the ball.
Very awkward.
It's
very weird.
Yeah.
She's 16.
Yep.
Yeah.
So leading up to this, let me get there. So together, Sarah, Hoggle, Ludo, and Sir Didymus on his sheepdog Mount Ambrosius move forward, entering an enchanted forest. Worn out by exhaustion and hunger, Sarah is delighted when Hoggle offers her a peach. Jareth ordered him to give her it. Remember that? Sarah takes a bite, but the peach is poison and she falls unconscious while Hoggle, racked by guilt and betrayal, he runs away. Drawn toward one of Jareth's dream crystals, Sarah enters a dream world where she dances with Jareth at a magnificent ball. As they dance, Sarah notices a clock in the corner of the room that indicates the 13th hour is drawing near. Remembering her brother, blah, 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 blah. She's supposed to forget because the peach is supposed to make her forget. Talk to me about this ballroom scene, YouTube.
Okay. I think the overarching thing is it doesn't stand up well to 2024 eyes in a lot of ways.
Okay.
And I agree with that, but I'm going to tread very lightly into some areas here. First thing, and again, this isn't me arguing, this is me presenting arguments. It's not, the entire scene isn't just, hey, now I'm dancing with Jareth at this ball. It's, I go to this ball and it's super confusing. Everyone's in costumes. Everyone's made up. People are laughing. I don't know what to do. Where's my place? It's overwhelming. It's dizzying. And Jareth is kind of in the background for a lot of it, just kind of going like, hey, what's going on over here? And he's like talking to other people, but he's kind of like keeping an eye on her. For whatever reason, you could read a lot of different things into it, good
Not
and bad.
necessarily sexual, yeah.
No, it's implied because we are adults watching the thing, you know?
Sure.
And at the end of the day, I think the most fair thing to say about it is that whether the scene should exist or not, right? And this is again a part where this is very much a Rorschach test of what it is that you're bringing to it. Mm-hmm. And that's not an accusation, but it's sort of like he is a figment of her imagination, and this is a dream within that figment of imagination. He is whatever he represents, and it could be a lot of different things, and he's like this archetype of whatever he needs to be for the viewer. There is definitely a seduction element, but that word can mean a lot of different things, right? And the lyrics, hold on. The song is very much about recognizing that there's absolutely no hope for whatever this relationship is to continue. But there is still a feeling of the key line being, I'll be there for you when the world falls down. But there's also, there's give me a second, I'll grab it.
It's a very morose sort of song.
It's a great song.
Yeah,
I mean,
I enjoy this one much more than, well, I mean, Dance Magic is great, but I think this is the other song in the movie that I really enjoy.
I would be very curious. This just came to me, Dan. Is in the book, the story behind every track. Mm-hmm. Is any of this in that book?
Mm-hmm. No, it is.
Okay.
Okay. So here are lyrics. There's such a sad love deep in your eyes. I'm doing kind of some of this off the dome, by the way. A kind of pale jewel open and closed within your eyes. I'll place the sky within your eyes. So there's that like very heightened romantic imagery. There's such a fooled heart beating so fast in search of new dreams, a love that will last within your heart. I'll place the moon within your heart. Again, heightened romantic, promisey language. As the pain sweeps through, makes no sense for you. Every thrill is gone. Wasn't too much fun at all. But I'll be there for you, ooh, as the world falls down.
I like the
ooh written in there.
It's in there. It's in there.
Okay, good.
This is David Bowie. To me, this is David Bowie writing a Brian Ferry song, by the way. But anyway, okay. I don't fault anyone. It is a squirmy scene to watch. I'm not going to lie, but I firmly believe that the intent behind it was innocent.
Scraping the Vault listeners, Brian Ferry is the lead of the glam rock band Roxy Music, who did many albums that Dan enjoys. Not this Dan.
Right.
Dan, that's my co-host.
Bowiesplaining.
Other Dan.
Bowie.
Yeah, I prefer Brian Eno.
So she gets tired of this, remembers her brother, and breaks through the dream world by smashing the edge of it with a chair. She falls, landing into a vast junkyard. Mound of possessions piled on her back. There's an old lady, the junk lady.
These are
and
really
the junk
cool
lady takes Sarah
characters too.
Yeah, quite.
I love this character.
Yes, very cool character. She brings Sarah to an exact replica of her bedroom.
And the sort of like desolate environment around all the characters, it's cool. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Hell from Hellraiser 2 in a sense.
Didn't see it.
Yeah, don't watch it.
So while Sarah's initially convinced, it was all a dream, I'm back home, she's there. She eventually remembers that she has to save Toby and escapes the room as it collapses around her.
Well, as she rejects, and I think that this scene also kind of confirms by negation that this story is not a dream, because if it was a dream, she wouldn't have said. They wouldn't have had that moment where it's just like, oh, it's all a dream. And the junk lady, this is, I think, the most pointed telling of like what the point of this movie or the story is, because the junk lady is just like, oh no, you can just stay here with all your toys and look at this and look at this, and then she starts piling junk on top of her, just like all the other junk people.
All of her toys. Oh, you love Mr. You love
Charlie
Mr. So-and-so.
Bear. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, you love this one.
Perhaps the most poignant part of the arc. This is all junk. None of it matters. But remember this, forget about this other thing. Remember all these things that are really important to you. But I didn't understand why. Well, she's trying to,
I think it's just it's another obstacle on accepting adulthood.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, look at all these things that can literally weigh you down. And
like Lancelot the bear, who she ends up giving to Toby in the end. It's her way of moving on.
Yeah,
she doesn't need all this stuff.
Right. And I mean, really, that's
what's important are the relationships.
None of us do need the stuff. Yep. 100%.
Right.
And I also think that, in fairness to the previous scene, the item that she is handed that she destroys first is the music box that has the When the World Falls Down music playing in it. Like she is rejecting that it's almost like that first scene, which again, cringy, creepy. Hi, I'm Rick, I'm Chris Hansen, all that stuff. But like there is that, and it goes right up to the edge of that, and it's almost like this is the like the absolute rejection of where that could have gone.
The straw that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah, yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, everything, all the sort of official dream of her dream is collapsed all around her. Room's gone. And then Sarah finds Ludo and Sir Didymus. Together, they approach the Goblin City, where they are blocked by entering the city by the giant robot named Humongous.
Nice.
But Hoggle leaps onto Humongous, like I mentioned before, and stops it because it's actually run by a little goblin, like the Men in Black reference before.
Yeah, and it's all just like all of the other threats in this world. It's kind of
hokey.
barely held together.
Yeah.
Watch out! Here comes the axe, and it moves real slow.
Real slow.
Yeah.
Doesn't cut anything either.
And then the
Just
spikes,
ding.
the spikes that come up behind them are clearly like they wobble,
They're
like they're
bending,
not really
they're
made out
wobbling.
of anything.
Yeah. I don't know if that's intentional, but
I think it is.
I don't think.
you think so?
No.
Yeah.
I think it fits. I think it fits with the theme of like everything being kind of just dumb and not really a threat, and like it's all just
dream statey.
yeah. It's a kid playing with her toys, you know.
Yeah, that's
So
kind of it.
Hoggle jumps down, stops the troll that's inside the brain of Humongous, and Sarah again forgives Hoggle for the Peach incident. Another forgiveness
Once again
after
yeah.
betrayal.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's a
that's
little
right.
too
You keep
forgiving.
betraying me. Okay.
Yeah, I'll forgive you. You're a friend. So now she's got all her
Well,
friends.
he did prove himself by without any motive other than just caring for her and them. He did take it upon himself to take on Humongous and defeat it.
Yeah,
That's
and
true.
he immediately regretted giving her the peach.
That's true also. He didn't want to give it to her.
Right.
She gave him an opening by saying she was hungry. So in a way, he was helping her? I don't know. Anyway, so with all the friends alongside her, Sarah enters the Goblin City. They're quickly attacked by the Goblin army, but Sarah and her friends manage to dodge all attempts to stop them and reach Jareth's castle together.
I love the
And
Goblin
those
Army.
Those little
Goblin
guys
army.
on the little dinosaur things where like it's just so delightful. So delightful.
And the like Warhammer like Blastoise bazooka guy with the guns and the like armored head.
Yeah.
Looks like a little
And
droid.
And everything's alive. The cannonballs are alive.
That's right.
Right.
Those
Yeah.
are funny. When Ludo shoves a stone in one of the cannons and it blows up and the cannonball's like, I think I hit something. That was funny. Yeah, the fact that the cannonballs were alive, that
It's
was cute.
just so full of creative
Fun.
energy. Yeah.
Because I can, says Jim. When they reach the throne room of the castle, Sarah realizes that Jareth must have hidden Toby somewhere else.
Oh, but you
Sarah-
forgot they defeat the army with rock powers.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, that's right, because Ludo summons all the rocks.
They're all
Right.
earthbenders, which you would understand if you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated TV
There you
show,
go.
not the movies.
Not the
listener,
movie.
don't forget,
well, that's
better
all I've
media
watched is
does
the movie.
exist.
Don't watch the movie.
Oh,
The
I remember
M.
that.
Night Shyamalan one?
Yep.
Ugh. Why are you here? I'm kidding.
My wife bought it and said, and she said, I thought, well, I know you like M. Night Shyamalan, and I know you wanted to watch this show. Let's watch this movie. And I went,
No.
I don't think that was the spirit of the show.
Let me
No.
kill both of those things for you now.
It wasn't as awful as I thought it would be, but it was still like, I don't think this is as fun as the show was.
Yeah.
What are we
You're
talking
correct.
about? I missed it.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. The TV
I
show
missed
is top 10. The movie by M. Night Shyamalan is bottom of the. It's bad. It's real bad.
Do you think that would be the most meta if James Cameron's third iteration of Avatar is Avatar: The Last Airbender?
That would be
That'd
quite
be pretty
meta.
sweet. What color would those Metakaya be, or whatever they're called?
Isn't it like the Seed Bearer? What's the third one?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know when they're going to bring the Shaman of Song in, but they're missing out.
I didn't see the second one. Should I watch it? Vote
I
in the
enjoyed it.
comments. Listeners,
Yeah.
leave us a review. Tell me if I should watch it.
Please leave a review and see if Audrey should watch the movie that made $2 billion somehow.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Somehow.
$2 billion.
Or- If she
$2
could
billion.
if she should call 856 our ears and book a vacation to Walt
Ooh,
Disney
to
World,
Walt Disney
where
World.
she could fly on the mighty Ikran through the world of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Or like we like to
Mighty
do, go to
Ikram.
downtown Disney in Anaheim, go to the Pandora store, walk in and ask where the ride is.
They love it. It's their
They love it.
favorite.
Oh god.
Have a Disney day, kids.
The jewelry store. All right, so
Oh,
so at this
gosh,
point,
that was,
Sarah,
that was years ago.
what's that?
You going to downtown Disney and asking about Pandora.
Can I ride the mighty Akron?
Smart ass.
You, me, and
That's right.
Dan, me, and Jason telling you to do stuff in downtown Disney.
Oh my God, that was the opening day of downtown Disney during peak COVID, which wasn't actually peak COVID at the time.
And you wouldn't tell people it was your birthday like I wanted you to.
No.
But you would ask innocent retail workers stupid questions.
Yep.
God damn you.
No, what we don't do when we have COVID. Okay, so Sarah at this point realizes that Jareth must have hidden Toby somewhere else. And she's like, her friend's like, hey guys, I got to do this alone.
Peace.
Yeah, and her reasoning is that's just how it's done.
It's just how it is.
Yeah,
that's done. It's time for me to take initiative. And then she finds herself in the MC Escher room, which is practically amazing.
Sorry. Yeah. Before we get in there, I want to point out that I really think that, and again, I also want to mention, I hated this movie up until like 3 days ago.
Oh, wow. Well, I know that you hated it. I'm just wowing that you like it now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it totally won me over. If I just needed to look at it the right way, from a certain point of view, or not take it for granted or whatever, all the tropes. This is sort of just like when Jareth at the end says in all sorts of ways, look, I've been your villain. What else do you want from me? I was menacing. I've done all these things because you want me to. Where that sort of points to him being self-aware as a character in a story. I think she shows that she's self-aware as the protagonist in that story by saying, like, I guess I have to do this alone because I think that's just how it's done, right? Like,
So this room, and I'm with you 100%. This room is amazing. It is. I don't know how they did it.
All practical.
Practically, it's just amazing. It's like the painting you've seen with the staircase of MC Escher. It's that.
Or if you're that much of a Disney nerd, it's also at the Haunted Mansion.
Also the Haunted Mansion.
in only Walt Disney World, which is why it's better.
That's right. And the steps on Eric, to your point, on the Haunted Mansion steps, those are in fact Jareth.
Are they?
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Jareth.
I mean, yes,
up
they
the
are.
Steps.
But there's that scene where
the Escher estate in the credits of the movie.
It's called the Escher room.
That painting.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. And like Jareth is walking off the side and then he ends up upside down. I mean, I get how they work it with cameras, but it was really cool.
There's some wire work and stuff.
Yeah. And I don't think anyone will be surprised by this. Probably my tie for my favorite song in the movie.
It's a good song.
Which was
Within You. Hold on, I'll pull up some lyrics. Keep talking.
Dance,
while I was doing that, Jareth is in the room with her and Toby, but Sarah mostly ignores him and focuses entirely on finding her brother, who just randomly goes to different ledges and stuff. Sarah finally reaches a high ledge and finds that Toby is sitting above a pit a long way below her. So closing her eyes, she leaps from the edge to reach him.
So this, again, going to the commentary of David Bowie doing like a meta commentary in the lyrics of the song, because that's what, he's good like that. How you turn my world, you precious thing. You starve and near exhaust me. Everything I've done for you. I move the stars for no one. You've run so long, you've run so far. Your eyes can be so cruel, just as I can be so cruel. Oh, I do believe in you. Yes, I do. Live without your sunlight, love without your heartbeat. I can't live within you.
Wow.
So all of that kind of playing towards his speech about he was everything to her. And
well, he can't exist without her needing him to exist.
Okay.
Oh.
Fair. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if we're going with the dream version of this.
Or just imagination in general.
Mm-hmm. This feels a little tragic now.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting towards the end. So Sarah descends slowly. She takes the leap of faith. She descends slowly and lands on a platform that is suspended on midair with pieces of rubble floating around her.
As the world
cool
falls
set.
down.
Okay. Jareth, is that the song?
No, there's a tie-in to
okay.
the world falling down.
Jareth approaches her from a shadowed alcove and desperately attempts to distract her, telling her that he did everything she asked. Dan talked about it before.
Mm-hmm.
He did everything she asked of him, saying he will give her everything she wants in exchange for her love, fear, and obedience. Anything?
It's an addiction. I mean, I'm not saying that he is an analogy for addiction necessarily, or that she is an addict, but that's basically, I mean, if you think about someone who is stuck in a place, or if you've ever been stuck in a place, you know, there's that feeling of it. In order to have that comfort, at some level, it also needs to consume you.
Okay, so this is something I didn't quite catch. The book that she was reciting from the beginning was called The Labyrinth.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So Sarah ignores him and recites the speech from The Labyrinth, which she could not quite remember at the beginning, if you remember.
And by the way, he's noticeably kind of
upset.
Well, he's not upset, but also like there's just a slight change in the makeup and the costuming. Like he's fading.
Okay, yeah. Jareth holds out a crystal for her to take, but Sarah disregards it and tells Jareth, "You have no power over me." And then
Which
he
I
crumbles.
have to say, every time we watch this, my wife and I go, how can she forget that line?
Right?
It's deliberate. Like, there's something about this that is, it's more, like, it's got to be, I mean, yeah, we like to make fun of it, but there's a portion of her that doesn't want to give up that, doesn't want to take that power to herself.
Right.
She's fine giving that power to her addiction, like you're saying, Dan. Like, how do you forget you have no power over me? Like, that's the easiest line.
So one of the lines that'll come back, that she goes out on her own because that's just how it's supposed to go. Her friends repeat the line, "Should you ever? Should you ever need us?
Yeah.
Should you ever need us?" Right. So after she says, "You have no power over me," Jareth crumbles before Sarah's eyes.
Which, by the way, I have found, or there exists an alternate version. And I think it's the original version of this scene. And I wish there were a better YouTube. You can barely make it out in the audio, but basically the way it ends is it's all the same until it gets to the point where she starts to say the words, and and they cut away to the goblins again in the other room, or the dark room, where they're like, oh, she's going to say it. Is she going to say the line right? And then, so that's kind of fun. That's a tie-in. But then, and this is, I think I understand why. I wish they would have kept this ending, but I think I understand why they didn't. When she finally says, "You have no power over me," his whole demeanor changes, and he just goes, "No, I don't."
That was not in the movie.
It's not in the movie. And he has, there's this expression that he has of like, I'm like, it's almost like pride, but also like, you've bested me, you know? And then he kind of lingers for a little bit and then throws the thing up in the air.
Yeah. So the crystal that he had turns into a bubble,
right?
And it pops, and he turns into a barn owl,
right? So in this one, in that version, he acknowledges, yeah, I never have had power over you, basically. And he seems happy for her, but he still lingers, and he throws the crystal ball up in the air, and then everything else is the same. It's a lovely scene. I wish they would have kept it like that, but I guess you can't be that vague.
Right. I guess so. So he turns into an owl. She finds herself transported back into her entrance hall of the house, and the owl is just flies out from the window. So Sarah runs back upstairs to check on Toby, and he finds him sound asleep. She goes back to her room, starts to pack away some of her childish possessions, when her friends speak to her from the mirror of her vanity. They tell her that she can call upon them if she ever needs them. And Sarah tells them that she will always need them. With that, her friends suddenly appear in her room along with other creatures from the labyrinth, and they all celebrate Sarah's victory.
Yep.
Hooray!
Hooray!
I don't understand it. So it's all this
you don't get a big Muppet party at the end of the movie.
It's either a lesson she learns and none of it's real, or all of it's real. And why are they there? And like the rest of it's just ignored. They're just having a Muppet party. Mom and Dad come home. They're like, peace out, kid's fine. We're having a. I don't get it.
Sweetheart, the cops are called for a noise complaint by the neighbors.
Right?
What's going on up there? I think it
smells bad.
A-cap.
Who's been in our master bedroom?
I also struggled with this a little bit until I stopped resisting that this movie is actually delightful. I think it's the whole "should you ever need us" thing is okay. Yeah, you grow up and you learn to not be controlled by your childhood stuff and not to be weighed down by it, but you still sometimes need a little bit of that, you know?
Okay.
It's not no, I can't ever play or ever have imagination or ever have like whatever this world represents. It's that I have taken control over it. It has no power over me. I have power over it, and I can choose to engage with it when I want to.
Okay. So to finish off, Jareth the owl at the window flies away, and in a very sort of what I saw as proto-Batman, flies into the moon. And then the end. This movie cost $25 million.
Dang.
And I'd like to read this. Box office.
Okay.
Labyrinth opened at number 8 in the U.S. box office.
Before you get there, Labyrinth fans, it's been great having you. Thanks for listening. Please continue listening to Scraping the Vault and Bowiesplaining, also all of our other podcasts, which will be, I think, probably, you know what? I'm going to put it in right here. Welcome to Audrey Cleans a Microphone, a very special presentation by the Supreme Resort and Scraping the Vault. Also to Bowiesplaining. And also brought to you by Ears Up in Depth. And the
more cleaning.
Milk Lemonade, Round the Corner, Bantha Milk, and Unipod. I guess that's been our plug of all the other shows on the network.
Add it on to the end. Hey, by the way, my son is a listener.
Oh.
He listened to the Mamma Mia episode, which I don't remember recording. And he said, you should rename the show Dan Hates Everything.
It could work.
I don't hate everything.
And by the way, he has since watched Mamma Mia and Mamma Mia 2, I don't know, half a dozen times.
Yeah.
Says he likes the second one better.
Oh.
So I said, well, if you like Mamma Mia, you'll love Pitch Perfect.
And if you've enjoyed Audrey Cleaning a Microphone, you will love the episode that you might have already listened to. Goodbye. Okay, that was it. I know it's kind of a mess. I'm sorry. Just wait till the Easter egg.
Well, here's what.
Right. Okay.
I thought that was
Labyrinth fans. Go ahead, Jimmy.
This is not at all an attack on Labyrinth fans.
No, they deserve to be attacked. They're gone now. They're the bottom of the barrel with Bowie.
But I just want you to listen to this list of films that this movie unfairly opened against. Okay,
it's not fair.
It opens at number 8 at the U.S. box office with $3.5 million. Okay, at 1,141 theaters, which placed it behind. Wait for it. The Karate Kid Part 2. Back to School. Legal Eagles, Ruthless People, Running Scared, Top Gun, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Okay, the last two are actually something. I guess Ruthless People was big.
Back to the Future 2? How dare you?
Back to the Future 2 ? I mean, come on.
No, sorry.
Karate Kid.
No,
Back to School.
You said
Karate Kid Part 2. Karate Kid 2. Back to School.
No.
Back to School is a Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield. And the Screaming guy. So the next weekend, Sam Kinison, next weekend box office, film dropped to number 13, only earning 1.8 million. By the end of its run in the U.S., it had grossed 12.7 million, or half its budget. Overall, it was big. It was fairly big overseas. The total worldwide gross was $34 million. So it made money in if you don't take in Hollywood math.
But not a lot.
There was a possible sequel.
Oh, God.
In January 2016, Nicole Perlman announced that she had been hired to write the script for the sequel. By April 2017, Fede Alvarez signed on as director, as well as co-writer Jay Basu. Henson's daughter, Lisa Henson, also named as producer. By October 2018, Alvarez confirmed that the script was complete. In April 2020, what else could have happened? Alvarez announced that he had stepped down as director. In May of 2020, Scott Derrickson, known for directing Doctor Strange, was announced as director. Maggie Levin joined him in writing the script for the movie. The Jim Henson Company, Brian Henson, the Jim Henson's company's Brian Henson, was set as the executive producer and confirmed Lisa Henson as producer. In February 2021,
when they start talking about it?
In 2016.
David Bowie died in 2016.
Oh, so he was not attached.
That's
bummer.
It was January 2016, to be fair. It was before he died.
No, he died in January 2016.
Oh, sad.
Yeah.
January 10th, 2 days after his birthday.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
In February 2021, Jennifer Connelly revealed that she had conversations about being involved in the Labyrinth sequel, but was unsure about what.
Not Jennifer Garner? Wait, what happened to Jennifer Garner?
No, they recast to Connelly. In October 2023, Derrickson stated he was unsure whether the sequel is going to be made. We never got a script to a place where the studio wanted to make it, and it's hard. It's a hard project to turn into something commercially viable because it's so imaginative and surreal that there's no way it can be done cheaply. And it is a tough movie for a studio to feel competent that it had enough commercial value to earn a profit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Don't think it's going to happen.
But
I found all the beers that we can drink while watching this movie.
But the remake, who's Jareth if they do a remake?
Josh Gad.
Will Ferrell.
Josh Gad. All right, I see where we're going with this.
What about what about
Will
that
Ferrell.
guy, the singer? He sings, "I'm coming
Timothy
back for
Chalamet.
you, babe." Bye, bye, bye. You know that one guy, the popular singer
going.
guy.
You're going.
Dan, I have your answer.
I think his name's Will.
You're not taking the bait on singing more. Jimmy, what's the answer?
Tom York.
Oh my God!
Whoa.
That's the
Wow!
answer.
Bad.
Wow!
Tom York.
That
Radiohead.
is
I
not
know, I
bad,
love him.
actually.
But
the answer.
he's
Has he been in
he's
things?
much too old. I don't think he's a very good
Well,
actor.
Unlike David Bowie.
David
on
Bowie's a little better.
Come on, you haven't seen.
We
Merry
don't know.
Christmas,
We haven't
Lawrence.
seen old Tom in action.
He voiced he voiced himself on a South Park episode a long time ago.
Tom York.
Tom
did?
York.
Yeah. It's an episode where Radiohead shows up.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
I should.
It's a chili con carne festival. It's like really old. It's like this is a 20-year-old episode, 15-year-old episode or something. I don't know.
I think the that's a good answer. I was going to go with Lady Gaga just because that's like kind of an obvious.
That's probably more
Okay.
appropriate.
That's
these days.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better for this day and age. I think you're right.
Chalamet sounds like a on the nose sort of thing, but
Mhm.
Did you see Wonka, by the way?
I have not yet. No.
Okay.
Yeah. Or
But
Gary
while we
Oldman.
watch this movie,
Wait.
I still don't know how I feel about this movie.
You love it.
But maybe if I enjoy this delightful beverage, I have 3 beers. All 3 beers from Labyrinth Brewing Company.
Nice. Audrey, were you about to say thoughts about the movie? How you feel?
I'd
about
watch it again.
I would watch it again.
It does have appeal for a lot of reasons. Like the puppetry is so impressive.
Mm-hmm. I think when I'm not watching it with a critical eye, I have to talk about it. I think I'd probably enjoy it a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's just I'm watching a movie, like Audrey, you said you were just watching a movie, didn't take notes.
Yeah, just felt like zoning out.
Yeah, I think I might feel a little more ironic about it, but just to be able to absorb the mastery in the puppetry and the practical effects, it's pretty remarkable for 1986. It's remarkable for 2024.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
So there are 3 beers that I'd like to try. There are 2 runner-ups, all 3 from Labyrinth Brewing Company. The first one is Turbo Love Juice. Inspired by one of our favorite metal gods, Turbo Love Juice is hopped with Citra, Cascade, Laurel, and Equinox hops. This pineapple orange tropical blast has a restrained bitterness and a creamy mouth feel.
Okay.
Second runner-up, Baby Love Juice. Perhaps more appropriate.
Okay.
It's a crushable version of our flagship Turbo Love Juice, hopped with Citra, Cascade, Laurel, and Equinox. Baby Love Juice. That just sums up the movie. No other beer sums up the movie than Labyrinth Brewing Company's I'm Dead Inside.
Oh.
Juicy AF Hazy Double IPA for the times when you're feeling like you have given the last fuck you can give. Dry hopped with Cryo Pop, Amarillo, El Dorado, and Citra to give an explosion of citrus, pineapple, and tropical flavor / aroma. Slight sweetness without being heavy or overly filling. Perhaps this may even make you feel less dead inside. All 3 of those, I think, quite appropriate for this film.
Yeah.
Audrey, what are we going to eat?
I had to think about it just now. Because I, again, didn't write anything down. And I'm sorry, I'm not doing a very good job today.
Do you want me to go first while you think?
No, I think I've got it. It's a Pizza Hut, but when they had this salad bar. But inside of the Pizza Hut is a bunch of like soccer teams that just played a soccer tournament, and you're there as a teenager or an adult, and I want to get up to go get some salad, but there's little goblins running around and they're in my way.
Make that a Shakey's and I'm there.
Shakey's,
and
yes.
Who doesn't love pizza? So
Round Table.
Yeah.
Round Table salad bar.
We'll just go with that.
Wow. That is a mood right there. That's
Speaking of moods, Dan.
Oh no! Hey, that's perfect. This is, for all intents and purposes, this is Cocteau Twins with Harold Budd. By the way, Harold Budd, wonderful musician. And I was really torn with this. Do I play a Bowie song? What do I do? And then I thought, okay, there's so many things about this movie that is like peak 80s without being peak 80s. Like if you think peak 80s in some ways, I think you think like Dayglow and drum machines and like lasers and, you know, pew pew, like action packed 80s stuff. There was also that like more moody ambient 80s that happened. And this movie has a lot of it. And this is called The Ghost Has No Home. And it's a slow burner. And one of the things that makes this super 80s to my ear.
Oh, I'm already feeling it, yeah.
Uh-huh. You have the electric piano, which is clearly an electric piano. Use of a saxophone, first of all. And so much reverb on that saxophone that there's probably no dry mix at all. A guitar filtered through at least infinity number of pedals. And then if we make it this far, you will hear the fretless bass. All those things put together, 80s. Like, but good, nice.
This sounds like the end to an episode of something.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
even
floating
Stranger
in
Things.
space.
We'll just go modern and go Stranger Things. And
Yeah, no, this track is definitely on heavy rotation. It's a banger.
did Bob appear in this episode of Twin Peaks? We don't know.
I feel like I'm taking a sound bath right now. Just
that they'll do that to you. I'm kind of just killing time for when the fretless bass
Sound
shows
bath.
up. But yeah, this is very. It is very. Remember when music was like this? I was actually doing some research into what changed with music, and it was actually around the time of Labyrinth, around 1987. A lot of people who study this crap agree that like something changed, and I kind of looked further into it, and turns out MTV got really popular. It hit in 81, but they started doing the VMA Video Music Awards in 84. And so it became like a real industry force. And at the same time, Live Aid happened in 85. So I think what ruined post-punk or whatever this kind of music, however you qualify this kind of music, I think what ruined it was the all of those things coming together and people taking themselves too seriously and not taking risks and the stakes. But oh, it's here. Fretless bass is here. I can stop talking. Here we go. Don't you hide from me, fretless bass.
come out,
There it
little
is.
Freddy.
That rubbery fretless bass.
Wow, wow.
Yeah. And the doubling of it. This is so 80s. Like it's the 80s that we forget about, that we like don't, you know, it's not breakdancing for us. So a lot of us don't consider this to be 80s, but
I mean,
oh
it's
my
akin
god,
to
is
like
this 80s.
Eurythmics and
Yeah.
a lot of those more ambient bands.
Interstitials with every 80s rom-com.
Mm-hmm.
Mannequin.
Mannequin.
I think maybe this really lends itself well to our most anticipated segment. What drugs are we going to take while watching this movie? Eric, a
Well,
pharmacist?
The drug that I associated with this particular film is aripiprazole, sold under the brand name Abilify. It is an atypical antipsychotic.
Nice.
Used for schizophrenia, OCD, and bipolar disorder.
So appropriate.
For the teenager in your life who is so dissociated from reality that she may or may not have harmed your infant son while she went on an adventure with Muppets and a man with a large package, aripiprazole.
I love
Nice.
that.
Well done.
That's
Well
great. This is a good segment.
Yep. Very well done. You might have to call in the next episode. Well, Dan, thank you for Labyrinth. I thought it was a delight. I look forward to watching it again. I think this time in the theaters, March 6th at the Movie Tavern in Suwanee, Georgia.
Is that a Fathom event thing?
I don't know what it is. It's just Movie Tavern shows, like, they just do that.
Yeah,
Like
Alamo
Ferris
does a lot
Bueller's
of stuff like that around here too. We don't have
Yeah.
Movie Tavern, but Alamo Draft House does a lot of old
just
re-releases
throwback
and-
movies, because why not? You know,
Yeah.
nobody today remembers seeing Labyrinth in the theaters because nobody did.
I wasn't even alive
But
yet.
Neither was Dan.
Nope. Oh,
Canonically.
hey, March 6th and March 10th, it is a Fathom event. So,
There you go.
listener, you too can see Labyrinth.
Labyrinth. Listen to this episode while watching.
Play
with
it
a
while-
special
while
appearance
watching.
by
Full volume.
the corpse of
In the
David Bowie.
Too soon. Anyway, it was fun. I liked it. It was a nice break from our straight to videos. I don't know. So it's up there in the top of the movies we've watched. I think your Fincher, was it Fincher? David Mamet? David
Fincher?
What's the one?
Bowie?
With the
What?
David
Mulholland
Lynch.
Drive. David Lynch.
David Lynch.
Mulholland Drive.
Okay,
Mulholland
like, what are
Drive
you talking
still takes the
about?
cake, I think.
Another
the Sexy
important
Cats.
David. Sexy Cats, yeah.
This is up there, right below Very Brady Christmas.
Very Brady Christmas. Sexy Cats.
Labyrinth. Sexy Cats Labyrinth. Somewhere in there.
What do we got going on for concierge? Anything?
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, we have a new concierge listener of the show. Liz. Last name to be determined after we book the trip. But Liz reached out today. She's a concierge. Excuse me. She is a Scraping the Vault Supreme Resort listener.
Hooray!
And they're going in the fall, either August or September, trying to figure out when they're going to go, where they're going to stay. I think they said they want to stay at the Candy Cane Inn. Just finished booking for...
Get there now before it melts.
Mitchell Smith, who's a repeat concierge. Candy Cane, I get it.
Because it's glad that it's made out of shit.
Yeah. Mitchell Smith is going back, staying at the Castle Inn and Suites across the street. So if you want to, and if you want to listen to how much detail we put into planning for our clients, go ahead and listen to the Supreme Resort Year in Review, where we talk about how much planning we put into Jason's coming trip.
Which,
by the way,
he's there now.
He's not going.
What?
He said it on the show.
Oh,
I've gotten good reviews of Dan's tips.
Yeah, a lot of people say they like Dan's tips. So Disney, if you
tips.
have not listened to the Supreme Resort and are going to Disneyland anytime soon, listen to the latest episode. By latest, I mean the one that came out early January 2024. Dan's tips and tricks for going to the resort. It's really well done.
Can we any future things involving my tips? Can we refer to the segment?
Is your frosted tips?
Dan's frosted tips.
Yes, Dan's frosted tips. That'll be a new segment every episode.
Audrey, have you figured out what we're going to watch next month?
Nope.
Okay,
I'll give it some thought. What are you guys feeling like? What do you want? What do you want?
Some musical crap is what Jimmy's going to say. I think Eric should assign it to us.
Paint that wagon.
Paint Your Wagon. Starring Lee Marvin.
Is that a real movie?
Jimmy knows it.
It is, but don't.
Okay.
No. Why is that the
Audrey...
first? Go for some Gilbert and Sullivan.
No.
Yeah,
no.
Pirates of Penzance with
Audrey.
Kevin
I think
Kline.
we had talked about Sweeney Todd. We
Grizzly
talked
Man.
about.
Have you guys seen Sweeney Todd?
Interesting.
Yes,
I have.
I have,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, if we've all seen it, then that's not fun.
No, that's true.
Then go Pirates of Penzance.
Mean
Kevin
Girls, the
Kline.
musical, the movie.
Oh boy.
of
Legally
course, Kevin
Blonde?
Kline's in that.
Have any of you seen the Kevin Kline Pirates of Penzance?
No, but
Yep.
of
Jimmy
course
has,
he's
of course
in it.
Jimmy
Oh my
has.
god,
Yep, of course I have.
that is the most Kevin Kline
Anyway,
thing. Is him being
stay
in Pirates of
tuned.
Penzance.
Yes, quite. Stay tuned when Audrey decides what we're going to watch.
It might be a
Dealer's
while.
choice, Audrey.
Okay.
Until then,
Month.
should we do this?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, we should.
Okay.
Yes.
Be
Be
kind.
Kind and
rewind. So I was like, let's go watch Pitch Perfect. And he decided that he will not. We refused to watch. So instead, we played Monopoly. And I said, you're not watching TV unless we're watching Pitch Perfect. And so we played Monopoly. And it was like 45 minutes before bed. And I'm like, you want to watch Pitch Perfect? He's like, sure. So we watched the first 45 minutes, which is all exposition and, you know, it's college girls singing a cappella.
What?
So at the end of that time, it's like time for everybody's like,
Excuse me?
what?
Just naked college girls. It's fine.
Ooh, yeah, I did say there were boobies in it. I was misleading. There's side boob.
Mhm.
Anyhow, so at the end, just to despite his brother who refused to watch it, like, that is so good. And I'm like, it gets better. It gets better.
So
And then last
this is the
night-
one that listens to the show.
Yes.
Okay.
And then last night I got one of the concierge friends gave the family a whole like movie tavern box set gift certificate popcorn extravaganza. So we went to see Mean Girls, the musical last night.
How was it?
Mm-hmm.
Heck, had a sleepover, so we brought. Oh, he'll love it. And he was not happy at the end. He walked out. That was the worst movie I've ever seen.
Hold on now.
Wow.
I think hates everything. Glass House.
I think you're right.
Glass House.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
Anyway, said it was the worst movie ever. It was miserable. He was very upset. He got a talking to about his attitude because he was playing with rappers the whole time. Anyway,
those
to answer your
rappers.
question,
I mean,
Audrey, it was unnecessary. It was
which
just
rappers? Ice-T?
Straw.
Rapper?
Straw.
Rapper?
Not
I hardly
like
knew her.
Wiki, Eric. Oh. He was supposed to get an icy. They ran out of icy, so he got a
not
Sprite.
the same.
And then he says, "No, it wasn't Sprite. I just said Sprite, so you know what I meant. It's Starry, which isn't as good."
Well, maybe he's.
Oh. How old is he?
13.
What a
It's
delightful
the
age.
Pepsi.
Isn't it though?
Sprite, right?
What a fun age. Yeah, that's used to be Sierra Mist. It's now Starry.
Yeah, they can't figure out it. You can put whatever name you want on it. It's inferior.
How about Bog of Eternal Stench?
Oh, there we go.
Yay, bringing it
Subaru
back.
must be in Gatorade or something. That's why he's got an attitude.
Subaru?
Get it? Like it's like Mercury is in. I don't know. I was making an astrology. Astrology. I was making an astrology joke.
Yeah, astrology is the real one. Astronomy is the one that is involves science.
This show is weird. What do you guys do on this show?
Yeah, good question. This is it.
Hey, welcome to the end of whatever the
Hey,
Easter
we have a
egg
Scraping the Vault
was.
after hours.
Oh, Scraping the Vault after hours.
Excuse me.
Join our OnlyFans where you will hear us say dirtier words and you won't hear the ka-ching sound.
Fart.
Ooh, words like fart butt and
butt fart.
Butt fart.
Dicks farting poop.
Okay, this is the end of the Easter egg. Goodbye.
And they're rotten. It smells like the Bog of Eternal Stench.
Ooh,
Guys, I got to...
hold on. That was an egg joke.
Oh.
So that we're gonna fold that into the actual Easter egg, and this is the actual end of the Easter egg. Thanks for listening. We love you, David. We love you, Ryan, and whoever else.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for posting this.
Yes. Okay. Goodbye.
Robert. I did a Healthy Edge Light software scale measurement of my body mass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm obese.
What?
Oh,
Healthy Edge Light software. Did you
Based
just
on
make
what,
up all those
though?
words?
Based on height and weight. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's bullshit.
BMI.
It's totally
BMI is.
BMI is
Come on.
utter horseshit.
But I have 50% water, and I have 144 pounds of muscle mass. And I wanna get
BMI, more like BMY. Would you bother listening to that?
Exactly.
Okay.
BMY.
We're
you
getting
pay
warmed
attention.
up. We're getting loosey-goosey for the show.
Yeah, that's right, everybody. Body mass index is second.
Debunked.
Thanks again for listening to whatever the Easter egg has been. This is actually the end. Don't
Is it
forget to
though?
buy war bonds. They're gonna come
No,
in
don't buy
handy.
war bonds.
Probably
Move
very
into
soon.
Bitcoin.
What? Don't buy
Don't
war bonds.
watch the
All
news.
of your money
Buy
into the soundest
the new-
currency ever invented. It cannot be inflated. It is not owned by a central government.
It's imaginary.
So is fiat currency.
If you join the highest tier of our OnlyFans, you can hear Dan and Audrey talk
Oh
politics.
no. Oh no.
That'll be $1,000 a
All of
month.
Oh my
our
god.
politicians
pay
are
it.
owned by the
Somebody-
central bank.
So you can hear a friendship slowly erode.
Inflation
itself.
is